Hello everyone, I'm Jose. I play drums for the band Incubus, and we apologize for taking so long to come in and playing for you all, but we are now here and we're really excited to put on a good show, and we thank you for supporting us and listening to our music. And there'll be much more new music to come, so stay tuned. It's been, a pretty incredible journey. I mean, I've known Brandon for probably 30 years. He's probably one of my oldest friends. I've known Mike for 28 years. We've been a band for 24 years. We've gone through several members, but it's been a really amazing ride. We're all fans of music. We love writing music. We love performing music. We love listening to music. So to be able to do that for a living is really just a blessing, So we're always in our heads knowing that we're sort of the small percentage of people who really love what they do. So we always keep that in mind. It's like any other relationship where you got to work at it. You have ups and downs, but we're brothers. We have a lot of respect for one another. So we definitely are an appreciation of what we do and of each other. A lot of the bands that we did grow up in the 90s playing with, it's a trip to see them sort of all circulating around the same areas of Europe and in England as well. So it's cool. I mean, it's definitely a throwback, but it's actually really cool to see bands from back then still playing and still being a band, because it's kind of rare that any band stays together for so long. But I think it's great that we're still doing it and that they are too. Nothing's really intentional for us. I mean, every record we sort of write is different from the last, but it's the same group of people. So I think that sound is just part of it. But we don't really go out and conceptualize what we're gonna do. We just take time away from one another, explore other things in life, come back together with a whole new set of eyes, set of emotions, and our goal is really just to create music that we love and that excites us. So that's really our only goal, is to do that. So for this record to sort of still sound like us, yet explore different areas and different sounds, which I think we achieved, is sort of I think we've achieved the goal, because the music is just sort of new for us, and I feel like we have evolved, and the sound that we have now is just more a step above from anything we've done before. Oh yeah, that's sort of another homage to that sort of in the 50s and the 60s, where records were being pressed and you did actually have a side A and a side B. That's where the idea came from, and it just makes sense nowadays. You get to take music in small bits, and it's easier for the listener to digest and not be overwhelmed with so much stuff. So yeah, it seems like we're kind of making that circle back into that day where you have a side A and side B, even though it's digital. I do have a lot of cassettes at home from when I was in high school and junior high. I got a box of them, and I don't think I have a tape player at this point, but at some point I will listen to them. But yeah, it's funny. I've got a huge collection of CDs, a huge collection of tapes. It's kind of cool to keep. The first tapes that I ever bought was, I bought a Ramones tape and Led Zeppelin. Those were really my first like musical experiences, where I went to a record store, bought the cassettes, brought them home, studied them, and it really got me excited to want me to sort of go into the direction of playing music. So I still have those tapes too. Yeah, sort of. I mean, it's kind of a throwback from an old movie in the 60s, The Mods Against the Rockers. So with Absolution Calling, we just, Ben actually came up with the idea of that concept. So we just sort of ran with it, and the friend of ours, Brantley Gutierrez, who's done videos for us in the past and a lot of our photos, was really thrilled on the idea. So it's sort of an homage to back then, and it was really fun for us to make, and we got to ride scooters and motorcycles, so it was really cool. Side B is in the makings right now. We've recorded a lot of stuff. When it'll come out, I'm not sure. Sometime probably in the fall, I would imagine. But there's a lot of music that we've already started that we're really excited about. So as soon as we're done here, we'll go back and we'll start completing some of that music.